made with the text tool. You'll see we can just edit it like normal font.
It's a stereotypical textbook thing to do, put a photo inside text.
Yeah, so to do that, we're gonna, with our selection arrow, select the word science, and then go up to type, and about midway down the type menu, there's something called create outlines. Go ahead and select that. And now you'll see if you grab the direct select arrow, the white one, and click on your word, you'll see that there's little outlines around each letter. I'll zoom in so you can see it more. And we've got these points around the letters. These are all connected to make a frame. So now we have a frame that's in the shape of these letters, and it'll be really easy to just fill that with the image. So with all those letters selected, we can just place our image like before. Either go to File, Place, or hit Control D. And then navigate to where you have those images saved. I don't think I unzipped the file. I'll go ahead and do that now. So if you downloaded the zip file with the pictures, when you open it up, you have to hit Extract, Extract All.
Well, the first time I actually chose that one, so that's helpful.
So I'm going to fill it with this flower picture.
Should I just fill it whatever I want, or is that?
Yeah, so you can just,
And so you'll see that the picture isn't covering all the letters. It's just like in a normal frame where we need to fit our image inside of the frame. So you'll see we have this brown outline. That's the outline of the photo.
you did download them, they're in a zip file. So you
And the
have
outline
to-
of the frame is the letters.
Okay.
So we can go up here to our fit options, and fill frame proportionally will work for that. And so then the photo will fill up all the letters. So any questions about how we created an outline out of those letters? Mary, did you get it?
Yeah.
What happens, so you just, gonna type,
Nails a lot.
create outlines and place it, but nothing's happening, just, like, it's just.
So make sure that you have the word science selected before you hit create outlines.
Yeah, I did.
So, and then make
Like
sure you
this.
have it, so I mean selected like with this arrow, it's tricky, there's like different ways to select it.
Like that.
Yeah, that should work.
Do you have the files downloaded?
Maybe,
So if I do this, it does work.
let's select one.
So one thing is that
Try
you should just
selecting
open
one
the
more
file,
time, the arrow.
close out all the messages that it tries to give
Like
you
this.
about missing
Like that.
links, and then
Okay. Try one more time. Okay, now try it. Because we don't have that.
she's moving on. We could just go back to that later.
Well, that's the start.
Related to any-
Should try. Try the white direct select arrow.
Trying to get the shirt.
Oh, it looks like they've already been
That's
created.
View.
Because we have those slides around. So I
Right.
think you did it once. Okay, so now with that selected, go to File, Place. Sweet, okay.
And then how do I make it, the whole thing?
So that's gonna be our fit options up here, and I just put the fill
Yeah,
frame.
that's super weird. It doesn't have it on the.
Got it, okay.
Oh,
Oh,
it
no,
does
it's
have it
just
there, so
tiny.
just move it.
Or, yeah, it looks like if you're
Okay, so let's
using
go down to our
the-
next page and see what we need to change. So
So try using the fitting.
this page is what
Oh,
will become the table of contents. If you look over here, we've got this image as well as the table. You could create this table of contents just using text frames like we've done in the past. However, we'll have to type in all the page numbers manually, and if we change something in our document, that might change the pages, and we'd have to figure that out and go back and change our table of contents. Instead, we can use styles to create that table, and it will just update automatically. So back in InDesign, let's look and see what styles we have going on in our document. So if you'll remember Sam's lesson on Tuesday, to get our paragraph and character styles pulled up, we have to go to Window. And where is it? Styles. And then I'm gonna hit paragraph styles and it pulls up this panel. And you can just bring it over and dock it on the side with all your other panels. Cool, so it looks like we've got 4 different styles in our document. The basic paragraph is just the default InDesign style. But if you click around in the text in your document, you'll see the different styles that are at work. So if I click in one of the chapter headings, you'll notice that chapters is highlighted. That's because this is one style. If I click in the world above, you'll see that that's called a heading. And then all the text is just body text. So these styles are already made for us and we can use them to create that table of contents. So to do that, we go up to Layout. And then down towards the bottom of that menu, we can hit Table of Contents. And this just pulls up a dialog box with us with a lot of options. We'll just go through all of these. So we can leave the table of contents style as default. We don't have any other options because we haven't made one. We want our title to be called Table of Contents. And we want that to mimic, if you look at the example, we want that to mimic the same style as a chapter heading. So where it says style, we can go down and pick chapters. And then when it comes to what is actually going to be part of our table of contents, that's this little box right here. We have to select what styles we want to be in there. So we want our chapter headings to be in there as well as the headings beneath. So chapter 1, how the world works. To make that happen, we have to select chapters. So highlight that and then hit add, and then heading and add. And so it kind of creates a hierarchy. You can tell that by the indentation. Chapters is on the far left, and then heading is indented a little bit. And it wants us to select a style for the heading. You can just go down and select heading. It gives us the option to create PDF bookmarks. And what that means is that if we export this to a PDF when we're all done, in the PDF you can click on the table of contents and it will take you to that part of the document. So we can just leave that checked. And we should be good. So go ahead and hit OK. And you'll notice that it loads our cursor. So you can just click and draw where you want your table of contents to fill in. Sweet. Okay, so I use the exact same styles that were in the document. We want them to be a little bit different, so we can create our own styles for our table of contents.
How did you get to that again, to do the table of contents?
So I went to Layout, and then Table of Contents.
Thank you.
Is anybody having other problems with table of contents? It looks like everybody's got one up.
And so let's make a new style for each of these chapters. So let's call that Table of Contents chapter. So in your Styles panel, go ahead and hit New. And the default name is Paragraph Styles 1. Just double click on it and we can change the name. I'm going to call this Table of Contents Chapter Style. There's chapter. And then double click on that style to get the options to come up. And let's just make it a little bit smaller. Maybe like 36. I want the color to be black. And we can hit preview to see how that looks. That looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit OK. And then we go through and assign this style to each of the chapters just by clicking in somewhere within the chapter or within the text and coming over and selecting table of contents chapter style, and that will apply that wherever our cursor is.
Just, I know with that, you can create all of the styles beforehand, and then when you're creating a table of contents, you just click on each of the styles and it'll ask, you know, what style do you want this to show up as in the table of contents. I don't remember what the wording of the option was. But that is an option that's available. It's just, in this case, since it was a small table of contents, it's a lot easier to lay everything out and then modify its appearance.
And I just decreased the size of my titles so it didn't do that weird overlapping thing. And if you ever want to go back to that table of contents dialog box, there's only one table of contents in your document, so we can go up to layout, and by just hitting table of contents, it will pull up what we've already got in our dialog box.
So that style heading right in the middle there, where it says entry style, that's what I was talking about. If you create your styles beforehand, you can just tap on each of the styles in like a render include paragraph styles and then select what you want them to appear as.
And so let's have everyone open up this box again. So go to layout, table of contents, and then let's hit more options. You'll see that this allows us to pick more things about the numbering and just other elements. So if you'll notice in the example, we've got these bullet points between our page number and the text. We can change that here. In this box it says between entry and number. We can pick what we'd like, and the top option is a bullet character. And then it puts in the little glyph code for a bullet. You don't have to know what those are, you can just select the name of it.
So that's just because of where your cursor was? No, you'll actually want to delete.
And I'm going to change the page numbers to be before the entry.
So, you want to leave behind one of
How did you
those
get the page number and the other styles? Because mine just shows entry style. That's it.
Hit
So I
more
clicked on
options.
fewer or more options
Oh,
over here
really?
on the right.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I just changed the page number to be before the entry rather than after it, how it is now. And then I added that bullet point to go in between. And once you've got all those changes selected, you go ahead and hit OK.
Hey Sam, I think I clicked the wrong thing. Am I in the right menu?
And I forgot to tell it not to update everything.
Oh, there it is.
So you'll notice that every time you update the table of contents, it will change it to what's in that dialog box. So let's go back and tell
And there's also some.
the table of contents that we want the table of contents style that we created on these. So I'm going to open up that dot box
Because
again
adding in the bullet character left the tab there as well.
and then change the entry style to table of contents chapter.
Oh, you're good. You just want to go
And hit OK.
back into that menu. Because
Okay.
we're going to change the entry style.
That did not work like I thought it would.
Update table of contents or just?
Just table contents. And change the entry
It
style.
looked like it updated our headings rather than the
So
chapters.
just chapters?
So I'm just going to do that by hand again with the styles
So right
menu.
now, heading is selected, so you want those to be What is the style that you wanted for
How do you
We're
get
just using the heading style.
the page number all the way to the right? So you have chapter 1 and
Yeah,
then
so
4.
here's the heading style.
those? Okay.
My
so
4
that's
always
just
wants to
how
be
you
next to the
open
1.
heading
How
is
is
fine.
your 4 all
But
the
you
way
will
over
need
to the
more
right?
chapters
Let's open up the
and make the
dialog
same
box.
changes that you just made for heading.
Oh, okay. So,
So if you click on chapters in here, it'll open up all the options for those. And you should be able, it should be automatic, let me see what yours shows.
Just tell me how you change it, it puts it in
There's page numbers are on, but they're still appearing in the wrong style. So if you go back in.
oh, it's a.
Okay, so that's on heading, you know,